and welcome back to another episode of Slicers and Dicers. Previously, Alori, Bryce, and Marnie had just liberated Watts from the cellar of the Great Library. Stay tuned to find out what's next.
Indeed. And for the liberation of Watts, I will award you guys 250 experience points.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well done, by the way. Way to think outside the box with the lightning in a bottle.
Heck yeah.
So, it is raining pretty severely out. You know that you're to travel to the west, or at least that's what Watts had told you, to find this building. He said, not sure what it was, but Phineas Frapp did say that it was more than likely in ancient ruins. Not that he had concrete evidence of that. So that's all you've got to work on right now. What do you wish to do with your day? It's early.
I'm gonna head over to my mom's shop and pick up a couple potions before I head out.
Good call.
Tell her I'm leaving. My new job.
I don't think we should head out today if there's a storm. I think we should give it till morning.
Well, I have a bottle full of lightning and nails that are. What did we decide to do? We wrapped it in blankets and then stuck it in the pot to keep
I
it.
thought I still had it.
Do you?
Yeah. With the candle, I put a candle on the top of it. I
Yeah.
walked out of the library, and that's where we ended
Oh,
up.
right, because only you could go in, because only you were dry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so
But we were thinking that.
before we do anything, I would like to make sure that bottle is secured.
Wrap it in the blanket, like you said.
And then put it in the cooking pot. So that
Do
way.
you want me to hand you this bottle of lightning out in the rain?
Well, the outside of the bottle's not zappy.
It's your funeral. I'm just saying.
But you have a candle in the top corking it.
Yeah, that's what the bottle's for, is to keep the lightning from getting out and zapping us.
I see it, Hello
All
Kitty.
right.
Sorry. I see a big fat fuzzy kitty. I'm easily distracted. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. So, standing in the rain,
No, let's
talking
go to
about
somewhere-
possibilities.
Yeah, let's go somewhere dry and safe and all that jazz.
I know where there's a place that's dry and safe. The mall.
So, even though it's an island and it's fairly warm, because the storms are coming off the ocean, the water that comes in and falls from the sky is fairly cold. You actually get chilled pretty easily walking around on this island as it rains. And at this point, I'm going to need a check from both Bryce and Alori on that. Let me look really quick here. I don't remember off the top of my head how you give me checks for that. So it appears that in the particular weather that you'd be dealing with and the temperature that you're in, information that you can actually find in the Pathfinder core rulebook on page 438, 439, most of your danger actually from the thunderstorms is from lightning. The way that it does it makes it so that a lightning hazard can potentially strike your characters. We don't need to worry about it at the moment because it's not a heavy thunderstorm, but if it becomes one, I know where the rule is and I'll get into it. So,
We have lightning in a bottle.
other than that, you're just standing in the rain.
Go fight the storm, lightning bottle.
Don't know if it works that way.
Alright, let us go somewhere safe and dry.
Going to my mom's shop.
Head to the
follow.
bazaar. The tents are built in such a way, and I know you can't tell too much by the models, but they're built in such a way that the overhang does prevent you from getting wet by the rain. So at that, to that end, a lot of people end up shopping at the bazaar during thunderstorms. So when you get there, it's fairly packed. The bazaar's hopping, it's humming. If people aren't buying, they're at least chitting and chatting by the stalls. Guards are up on the guard stands, watching from both sides intently, dry from the rain and weather. As you approach, you see Mom's busy. She's got a line. If you want to wait for her, you can.
I will.
As you wait in line, people are talking about the jobs that they've been doing around town. One guy, oh yeah, man, just picking up sticks. It's every year, same thing. It's like I angered Belgrade Bulls or something over at the Temple of Many Faces, and he just sticks me on stick duty every year. They don't stop him. I don't know what to do. Similar conversations, some happy and light, some not. Not everybody loves their job, so. Chitter and chatter happens as you wait in line and move forward towards the bazaar table. You hear Mom's voice, next, and as she sees it's you three, big smile crosses her face. Twice in one day to see you. That's so nice. What do you need, sweetie? Do you need money?
No, I got money.
Mrs. Mab, it's wet. And it's cold.
Yeah, they need to dry off. But, I need to get some potions.
She says, oh, of course. Well, for you, son, I can just give them to you at standard market price, which is, going to be 50 gold.
All right, I'll take 3 of them.
She pops 3 out and accepts your cash. Such a good girl.
How much would those be for me?
Oh, well, you can go around 55 to start. I don't know if you're a good influence on my little girl. I'm going to tell you the truth. I just don't.
How about 105 for 2? That sounds like a pretty good deal.
Give me a charisma check. Or if you have diplomacy or anything like that, I'll take that as well, or instead.
Now, the closest thing I have is handle animal, and I don't think that's going to work on it.
I definitely wouldn't suggest it.
Good girl. Good girl.
Yeah, that wouldn't go over well.
Let's just go just with charisma.
Am I right in saying that the money unit, there's 100 copper in a gold piece? And 10 silver in a gold piece?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
pennies
increments of
and
10.
dollar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
10 gold to a platinum. The most precious of all metals.
I
Well,
rolled
not
17.
really, but... 17?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I can do 105 for 2. That seems very reasonable. She puts them on the counter.
Nice. Give her 105 for 2.
She takes it. Will there be anything else there for you?
Maybe. I'm going to look around a bit.
You be a gentleman with my my little girl there, huh? Just protect her. You understand?
Oh, I will.
Yeah, I get my eye on you. She gives you the whole point to the eyes, point to you, point to the eyes, point to you. Crazy eye for a second.
Just grin back.
And she looks over. All right, Alori. So, did you need anything from me?
I just think you're brilliant, Mrs. Mab.
Well, you're a nice girl. Flattery will get you everywhere, but it's not going to get you better prices here.
No, I don't
Not
need to
today.
buy anything. Thank you,
Oh.
though.
All right, well, you kids are welcome to hang out. You can come around the side if you want and stand out of the rain between the bazaar tent and the guard stand if you want. Hang out with Mom here while I do my business. Watch me work my magic, if you would.
I think that sounds awesome.
It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I'm all for drying off and staying dry and all that. I was just working out how much gold I had left.
So you go underneath of the bazaar tent top, and you're under there for like 2 minutes when all of a sudden the clouds just break up in the sky. It's the weirdest thing you've ever seen. They just break apart and the storm stops completely, and you feel a gentle, cool breeze with a smell of flowers on the air come through town. Knowledge religion?
Nope.
Nobody?
Nope.
I have that one.
Then you get nothing.
No.
Nothing. All right. People walk out from under there, hands held out, looking up at the sky, confused looks on their face. You've seen weird weather before. I mean, it'll be the talk of the town for a couple days about how that storm just broke up so oddly. For you guys, it's definitely a good sign. Could be on the road by noon if you wanted to.
Almost doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I say we grab lunch and head on out.
Food.
Where do you go to feast?
We got killer ribs like 3 shops down.
I'm gonna go to the Sage's Wench.
What about the inn? Do they have any good food there?
That's what the Sage's Wench is, yeah.
Oh, right.
All right.
That, yeah.
You head to the Sage's Wench.
And there's a warm fire there to get dried off quicker.
As you go in, you see that the place is bustling. Lunch is starting up, and they serve out-of-towners. They serve all kinds of people. As you look around, you see a few unfamiliar faces. They must be early travelers from Brook Shoal, because no one could have made it down yet from Pearson's. As well as some townsfolk that you know. There's a few bar regulars that hang out here and all the time at this back table. You grab a table. Waitress comes up. There's a girl you know in your whole life. She doesn't really have a backstory that I'm going to give because I don't have one for her. So she approaches the table, big smile on her face. What can I get for you today, sweeties?
Just whatever you got for dinner. Stew or whatever.
Well, dinner won't be for a few hours. We do have leftover gruel from this morning that can be reheated. Or we have the lunch special that's being made right now. It's bug and potato, a little carrot, and some durian to sweeten it. Bug's dealer's choice, so.
I think I'll go for that.
All right, sounds good.
For some reason I got a hankering for bug.
Bringing 3 to the table then?
Sounds good to me.
4.
All right. Hungry girl. I like that. I like it. All right. Any beverages? She continues to go on with the normal order crap. Afterwards, heads back into the kitchen. Overall, you eat lunch. The day stays nice outside. The place is bustling. It's live. People are walking around doing their job, laughing, singing. You hear a few guys get up and start to recite and sing and tell songs.
Where's my
definitely
pot?
from the Bard College. Your dad? He's working the corners like he always does. He's walking the streets, walking these streets of this vicious town, working them corners. You know, handling his business.
I want to get an order of that food to go.
Okay. Well, he always gets lunch from your mom. She'd actually probably be kind of, I don't know, a little put off if you brought him lunch. Like, no, I feed my husband. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
I know it's your dad, but I got this. Don't worry about it.
I feed my people that I make up.
I got him. He's mine. Pretend fight. Anyway, you can if you want, but you know you'd be stepping on Ma's toes.
Well, then never mind.
Okay.
Family knowledge.
Yeah. It comes up as time goes. It breaks down to a gold and 5 copper if you got a or a silver and 5 copper if you got a beverage. If you didn't get a beverage, just a silver. Take it off your sheets.
Mm-hmm.
As you finish lunch, you can see that the sun is high in the sky and it starts to warm outside. You hear the birds start to chirp and sing with that after rain activity that animals always do. What do you do?
Update my sheet to make sure that I don't have more gold than I should, or more silver.
That's good.
Then I think we're gonna head out. Unless anyone else has got something they want to do.
I would like to insulate this bottle in a safe containment, but I don't think we should do that out in the open.
Alright, we'll go and do that after we hit the road.
How about she take care of that? You go get your animal.
I have to stop by my house and get the rest of my things that I didn't take in the basement.
Alright.
So I'm gonna do that and grab those things and get Puddles ready to go.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
I'm at the wrong house.
So Everything that you're taking with you, put on your sheet. You do plan on coming back. It's like a 4-day trip there and back if the numbers are correct they gave you from town. So if there's anything you're leaving, make sure you leave it here too. That way, if I happen to strip you of all your possessions, maybe you got some stuff at home still.
Nope, I'm taking everything.
There you go. Trust me. It's always a good idea.
Take everything.
Okay. And how about you, Belle? What's Alori do? Did she take
Wait,
everything?
I might actually drop something here.
Yes, I always take everything. I
Okay.
will state over and over again. Papa told me to be prepared for anything.
Gotcha. All right, Piro. Then what are you leaving behind?
I am leaving behind the chalk, the ink pen, and half of my torches.
Okay. Just make sure you mark it on your sheet.
Yep.
At home or, whatever you want to put there.
I'm just putting home.
Yeah, so long as you know. That's all that matters. And can tell me when I ask.
I don't
All right.
want to lose them in this rain, so.
Do you leave out the northern or southern gate? Or the eastern gate?
Which way's the north gate? Okay, I see.
Mm-hmm.
I would have left out the north gate because that's where my house is and over to Puddles.
Okay.
That's the side with the over to where I am now.
You go over to see Puddles. You see that he's laying down underneath of this awning with his mother. He's barely a yearling.
Over on this side.
He's not yet full grown.
Here it is.
Yeah. Laying down here with his mother, but as he sees you come, he's up and full running down the way towards you to greet and meet.
Head right to that gate.
He gets here and gives a little bray. Bray!
No, I don't even go in. I just let him out.
Shots right out as if he owns the joint head held high.
Lock it up behind me.
Prances around you once. Gives a head flipping preen. You see that his horns look to have grown even from yesterday. He himself looks like he's even grown from yesterday. He's at that golden age of an animal, where they're growing daily. Not like these little yearlings out here that are tiny. Not even yearlings, fawns, rather.
Alright, so I'm gonna get him geared up, ready to go. I got all his armor and stuff that he's got to put on.
Is there any feat you have to take with him to put armor on him?
Yes, and he has it.
Excellent.
Light armor proficiency.
Perfect. So he's wearing what? Leather? Studded leather?
Yes. I think just leather.
Okay. Hey, it's +2, man. Why not?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and with his dex bonus and his natural AC, that makes him decent.
Mm-hmm.
Enough that I'll actually let him get up close.
Yeah. Turns him into a better tank. Always wise.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna I guess I didn't figure out which gate they're gonna meet me at, so I'm gonna head back to the gate I came in.
Okay. So you were only out doing that for a couple minutes. Didn't take you long at all.
Oh yeah.
What are you guys doing during that couple minutes? Just wait for him, or you're running around doing some last minute shopping? I mean, you were dropping your stuff off at your house.
Yeah. I guess we meet up at the north gate, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I go to my house, do that, and then go to the north gate.
All right. How about you? What does Alori do, Belle?
I just head to the north gate.
All right.
Waiting for everyone.
You all meet up outside of Pearson's stable and livery. A few horses for sale in here. You see some people starting to... Oh, wait, no. There wouldn't be any horses here yet. Pearson's stable and livery is empty at the moment. There are no horses. This one doesn't exist. Ignore him. He's a lie. They haven't been brought down from Pearson's yet in the season, so there are no horses for purchase as you walk out of town. In front of you, you see the northern road stretches for miles. Off into the distance, it disappears out of sight. And all around you, as far as the eye can see, is open savanna, sparsely dotted with trees and some tall plants and bushes, but mostly just waist-high grasses as far as the eye can see. Off in the distance, you make out different megafauna. The big double-horned rhinos out there that are another half as big as a normal rhino. And off in the distance, you swear you see a family of the megafauna sloth moving on. All the megafauna that you know of here are knowledge nature.
Ooh, that one I have.
There we go. We know nothing of this little foot you speak of.
Mm.
13.
You know that megafauna are, in general, mostly gentle herbivores, much like puddles here and the elk that you guys keep. They're not necessarily like you wouldn't want to walk up and pet a glyptodon. I mean, it'd tear you to pieces. But if you don't mess with them, usually they don't mess with you, unless certain circumstances are in play. There are a few exceptions to that rule out there, but you didn't roll high enough to know what they are. So. You just know that they do exist. A few exceptions to that rule.
Right. So I know we're heading west.
Okay.
I say we just don't even follow this road, guys. We just head straight west.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, lead on.
So west into the savannah you head. So you head out to the west and into the savannah lands. Sky stays clear. You don't see a cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful day out now. You already ate lunch. Belly is full. You could move until the evening without having to worry about any food or liquid concerns, really.
I want to first, like I was mentioning earlier, I want to insulate the bottle to make sure it doesn't break. And put it in something hard that'll protect the insulation.
Okay.
So,
like the rest of my candles?
No. Because I don't know if you've ever done paper mache, but just surrounding something on the outside doesn't necessarily mean it won't break on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, too, the wax, I thought I remember hearing said it melts with just body heat.
True.
So, any type of heat
Very
will cause it
true.
to melt. So, let's see here. I'm gonna take... Greg, can I have your cooking pot? Because I don't have one.
Yes.
Thank you. So I take the bottle from Marnie, and I take the cooking pot from Bryce. Got it. Alright, so now I have the metal cooking pot from Bryce, and then I'm going to take my bedroll and stuff that in the insides of the pot, and then a little bit on the bottom. And then I'm going to stick the bottle in the middle of that.
First you have to get the bottle.
I already grabbed it from Piro. That was the first thing I did.
Okay, well, when you go to grab the bottle, something happens. I didn't hear you say you went to grab it, so.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing I said.
So Marnie gets the bottle out of her backpack?
Yes.
Marnie, as you go to pour the bottle out of your backpack, you see that the candle is out of the top of it, and that the lightning is dancing inside, and you hear the gruff voice, "Finally! It's so dark in here and boring. Are we outside?
We are outside.
Take me out of this. Let me see the world."
Alright, pull him out.
Huh?
Here, you want him?
The bottle?
I have the bottle out.
Yeah, it's got Watts in it.
Right. No, I know. But he's talking through the top. But he's already taken out at that point. Does he want to be taken out of the bottle?
he says, "You're not taking me out of the bottle.
Okay.
I've taken a few liberties with the bottle while I've been in here. It's kind of comfy. I like the way it's set up.
Nice.
So I went ahead and got rid of that stupid candle so that I could hear and talk out of here. Don't worry, I can stay in here by myself. And the bottle's a little tougher than it should be, so you don't have to keep me in this backpack locked away from the world, because that is just as bad as being locked in the room that I was in for the last, I don't know, X amount of years."
Oh, so you probably would not be keen on being placed into a comfy, cushioned, dark place, huh?
Comfort matters very little to me. I don't know what you're talking about for comfort.
No, it would be to make sure the bottle doesn't break.
Oh, no, the bottle's fine. Bottle's as tough as your armor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Marnie, your mom has some stellar bottles.
No, her bottles are inferior. I just made it better.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Fancy.
It's my home.
Okay, then.
For a while, at least.
I pull the bedroll out, stuff it back in my backpack, and give the cooking pan back to Bryce. Don't worry about these things. Never mind.
So, where am I riding?
Huh.
Where do you want to ride?
I have an idea. I pull out some rope out of my backpack.
All right.
If you guys can see the cameras, I'm kind of assuming the bottle looks something like this. It's very crookedy, but general idea. Has a little neck on it.
Yeah, it looks something like that.
So my plan is I pull out a little bit of rope, and I want to fashion it into like a twist knot around the neck of the bottle.
Okay.
And then make it kind of like a necklace so he can be like right here and see everything. Like right around chest.
Are you a Boy Scout? Are you good with knots? Or
I-
Girl Scout, for that matter?
Well, I'm a
Because
landscaper.
what you're essentially talking about is minor macrame. Macrame is when all those knots get tied so you can like hang a plant inside of rope.
I'm a
It's kind of what you're trying to do with the
landscaper.
bottle. Landscaping?
And I...
Nope.
Damn it. I have knowledge engineering.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't just tie a knot around the
Yeah, I
bottle's
wasn't
neck.
trying to do any fancy knots or anything. Just
Sounds-
just tie it.
Okay.
Wrap it and like just tie it. And then tie it around into like a necklace type thing.
Gotcha. And then what?
Who wants...
Wear it around your neck?
Yeah. Doesn't have to be me, though. Can be me.
It's going to be you.
Okay, it'll be me then.
That takes up your neck slot.
Okay. That's fine.
As you put it on, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a great spot to be. I can see everything from up here. I'm gonna have a bird's eye view of any fights that go on. Like I said, I'm as tough as your armor, so you don't have to worry about me."
Okay.
So I figure I'll fill you in on a few things real quick here.
Okay.
Number one, where we're going, the Tempest that I keep talking about. It's a god that you may know as Gozra in your terms, in your words. He's the god of the storms. This is his island. It's basically like his playground. He makes new creatures here and creates weather here. He uses the volcanoes sometimes to create storm patterns, and he hasn't been here in some time, but he used to play here all the time, back when the gods used to roam this planet. He made me partially for companionship and partially to run things while he's gone. So, to that end, these temples that you're going to be going through, these things that he set up, they're only here during times of trouble when you need to find the crystals that we're looking for. And once you complete them, they will disappear. Every one will focus around a different aspect of him. I don't know which one we're heading to now, but there will be a water, an air, an electrical, and one that is a mixture of all three to find all four of the crystals. I have no idea which one we're going to, like I said. When we get there, I'll jump out of the bottle and into the mechanism to open the door that you'll need me to power. After 7 days, if you do not return, I will be sent to my home. So don't worry about me if something horrible happens to you. You can find me back at town. after a week. To that end, the girl that's wearing me as a bottle, I might want to give you a few little things here to know. I kick out light. I can't help it. It's what I do. In non-game term or in non-play terms, 1020 is the light radius that's going to surround you at all times.
Neat.
It's a blue light, not a torch light.
Sure.
So 1020 for you there. He says, also, it's just in my nature to create a lot of heat in this bottle. So in order to let it out and not have it just burn you, I turn it into a spell of sorts. So translation, it's resist only cold. It's or not resist cold, I'm sorry, endure elements, but only the cold spot of it. I believe it's endure elements. Yeah, endure elements.
Will
but
this
only the cold
affect
side of it.
my metal armor?
No. What it'll affect is if you're going to be affected by cold, it talks under endure elements as to what it gives you against that affecting.
Oh, neat, because it's hot. Or warm.
Because he's warm.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Or not cool, if you will. Har, har, har.
It's kind of a magic item for you. It's got a few little items, a few little ditties.
Well, who would have thought? Me just trying to give him a good view worked out okay.
He says, so, I like your enthusiasm. I'll just keep watching and stuff. You don't have to put on a show or nothing, but if you do, I wouldn't mind either. I mean, like battle and stuff. You got a filthy mind. I'm lightning. What do I care about that? Action. That's what I want to see. Action Jackson.
Oh, Jack Jackson. Okay.
So, you begin to head west across the savannah, chitting and chatting as the day goes along, getting to know each other better. Even though you're from a small town and you kind of know each other already, you weren't really friends before this. And I don't know if you're really becoming friends during this. It's up to you guys. But you travel until about just before nightfall. When off in the distance, perception.
Uh-oh.
4.
This isn't gonna be good.
No, it's not. 9.
Ooh.
3.
493, huh? Well,
Wait,
luckily
wait.
enough, this
Does
wasn't
Puddles get a
something that.
perception?
Luckily enough, this wasn't something that had a big perception check. But yeah, that was all garbage. Just terrible.
And thus we
Puddles
know
get
how
one?
the day is going.
Puddles, even if he got it, it wouldn't matter. So, off in the distance, though, Bryce sees something flying in a circle in the air. It's about 2,000 feet off as the sun's starting to come lower into the sky. It's to the west, the direction that you're headed. As you look, you see that there's 2 creatures flying in a circle.
Scavengery?
It feels that way, yeah.
Like ravens do?
Yeah, give me a knowledge nature.
Sure. Maybe I can get some good rolls today.
Maybe.
No. It's a 7.
7. I'm not giving you any help there.
No.
Yeah, just
roll
a
much
couple
lower.
birds doing big circles in the sky. They don't seem to be
Bird
moving,
things.
just circling over the same spot.
I don't see anything, so I can't ask any questions.
I will point them out to the group.
Whatever your rolls were, you can now add a +5 to them because he points them out. So what are they?
9.
Same as what he got. And
8.
8, good enough. You see him pointed out, and off in the distance, you do indeed see 2 birds circling in the sky. Anybody else have knowledge nature?
Are they
I'd also
circling-
accept knowledge geography.
Are they circling like above us or further off?
About 2,000 feet out. I'll take your knowledge geo there, Nico.
Okay. That's not much better. Geo's lower though. 10.
10. It's good enough. You know that when you're out in the wilds and you're looking at the geology of an area, like mountain rise and how it spans and what should lead to water. And one of the signs of predation that you can always find where there's predators in the area that you might need to worry about geographically is seeing carrion birds circling above them. It's pretty common knowledge.
Okay.
But a 7 just didn't get it for you.
Right. Well,
7's garbage.
I'll let them know that it could be a sign that there's something aggressive over there.
Not aggressive, dead.
Oh, dead?
Yeah.
I was thinking predators. I was thinking like something was hunting over there.
It's possible, but it only is a sign of something dead over there.
Mm. So, yeah, let them know something dead is over there then. We could either check it out, but there might be...
I say we
besides
just keep
those
heading towards
scavengers.
the ruins and deal with whatever comes our way.
It's in the same direction, but we're going to have to set up camp soon. So either investigate the dead thing before, or we set up here and don't get closer.
I think we should investigate beforehand.
Okay.
Less surprises maybe at night. We investigate.
All right.
All right.
Where are we, Rip?
Dun dun dun.
Here are all of our cute little...
Go ahead and group yourselves right here on this edge. Between this tree, and somewhere over on this region, see?
Okay.
All right. Count it. That's the distance. You were 2,000 feet away, so if you want to do anything distance before this, you can. But this is where I'm setting it up from away from you. So
I want to make sure I have ward on Alori.
okay.
And you're going to want to also make sure, Rip, that you don't start talking softly.
Oh, am I talking soft?
You were a little.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this will be the distance set up from where you're at there. You can start from 2,000 back if you want to, but it's just a good spot to start you at here. So, by my count, using the line tool, which every 1.5 is a square, you are... It's going to be about 35... So you're around 170, 180 if you start away from them?
That's pretty good. Unless you guys, I mean, I don't need to do anything before then.
Nope.
It's up to y'all.
I mean, I'm going to grab my sword.
Oh, for sure, I'll have my bow out.
Okay.
My sword. Sword.
The sword.
My sword.
Gotta
My
have the
great
sword.
sword. With my bab and my stir.
All right.
Well, let's get moving.
Go
Yeehaw.
ahead and get moving. All of this grass is uneven terrain. What that means is there's no such thing as a 5-foot move here. If you try to run, you have to make acrobatics checks to avoid falling. If you try to go faster than half move even, you have to make acrobatics checks to avoid losing your footing and falling. You're also down to half movement as a normal with no other negatives. The bonus of it is that you have concealment from the waist down.
This is gonna take a long time to get there because I can only move 10 feet at a time.
17 rounds or so.
If you move for your standard action, also you can move then 20
Right,
feet.
well,
per
I'll
round.
double move.
Well, that's the thing is,
2.
you guys can start closer if you'd like. I just let you start that far away. I'd say you could start as close as this clump of trees before worried about it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you want to be closer. I just like to give you advantage of range, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you get there.
Let me see. Yeah, that's not too far.
Hit the B button to blindfold yourselves, please.
Okay.
I got 1, 2, all 3 blindfolds. Thank you. All right. Keep your vision low when you come back in. Please don't look from over top of the map.
I'll try.
I got to
should've
do a
moved
little
down before we blindfolded then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's all right. Go down. It'll be okay.
Right,
So that you can actually see what you actually see. You know?
Theoretically.
During this time, you've noticed that these now what you can make out as knowledge nature.
My dice are somewhere. I don't know where. Oh, they're there. Okay.
The knowledge people.
Gotta have them.
Oh, nice. 22.
They're vultures. Not usually aggressive to humans, but they will, if they have the numbers, try to defend carrion from other carrion-eating predators.
Is that number still 2?
Yeah, still 2.
See? Okay.
2 that you can see.
Might be some on the ground.
Yeah. Where you guys at? From the ground where you're at. You can't make that out yet.
I can't make anything out.
No.
Got a big
so
bush
good.
in front of me.
I love this map so much. So, start heading at your speeds. We'll go ahead and start with Nico.
God, I gotta come up a little bit so I can at least count squares. All right, there we go. 15, and I'll double move. 5, 10, 15. Get to there. That's it for this round.
Okay. Next after Nico will be Piro.
Alright, I'm gonna double move. Also. And
It's funny because I feel like I would be the first to go with my character being the way they are.
I'm just doing it in the pre-sorted order that we have going on.
yeah.
By the numbers.
When it becomes important, there'll be initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And after Piro is Belle.
Mm-hmm. Double move 20.
Okay. Nico.
So, I'm going to ask them if we're going to actually try to creep up on this body and fight these things, because if so, when I get in range, I'm going to start taking shots.
I don't see anything yet. I'm
Well,
just
the
worried there
vultures.
might be... If there's something dead, then there might be something that killed it.
Right, but there's at least the 2 vultures up in the air.
Hmm.
I don't know if we're going to have to fight them, but I don't want to find out when I'm 20 feet away from them.
What do you know about vultures?
Well, if there's enough of them, they'll defend that carrion. But
Are they what killed it?
no,
That's mostly what
they're
I'm worried
scavengers.
about, is if what killed it. I could care less
That's-
about the dead thing, whatever it is.
Well, it might still be on the dead thing because I still don't see the dead thing.
I don't see anything yet either.
You've got too much shrubbery between.
Yeah, I
Between
have
you
a
and
good
them.
feeling that when we can see the dead thing, it'll be able to see us. So,
Well, I say then that I'm going to start clearing some grass from right here.
all right. Well, I'm gonna sneak up to that next bush and see what I can see.
Okay.
Are you actually going to use stealth?
No.
Okay.
I could, but I don't know if Puddles is gonna clop behind me all deer-like.
Yeah. Well, you don't have the command to make him not be defending you, so.
Yeah, and other than that, I don't even know if there's a stealth one. I'll have to look because I think I gave him the skill.
Hold up
But
before you go.
yep.
I want to use some of this this stuff. I forgot what it was called. I gotta grab the page.
Oh, the
Yeah, or
animal balm.
yeah.
I don't have any spells that I think would benefit targeting them from a distance currently.
You have a heal, right?
Yeah, I do.
You can
I
heal him
guess.
from range.
Well, it's only personal, isn't it?
Personal or touch.
It is open.
And you have to have that skill open to you, don't you? The ability from your class.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's the animal companion ability that lets you put personal on them. It just gives it to you at a range after you put your handprint on them for up to 10 spell levels worth of times that you do
It's
it.
share spells, and I have that.
Yeah, you do have it.
But,
Yeah, you guys can
and-
share that back and forth.
Yeah. Requires a full round action. Yeah, that's how to apply it. It's 282 of ultimate equipment. Allowing these characters to cast spells with a range of personal or touch on the marked companion at a range of 30 feet.
Nice.
And you have to have line of sight or line of effect to the creature. So
That's pretty good.
While you
It
guys
is
are
pretty nice.
doing all that, I'm gonna clear grass.
Okay.
So, Rip,
Yeah.
let's
Grass
talk.
clearing.
I have a sickle, and I'm a landscaper. I would like to clear some grass.
You're a sickle with a landscaper, or a landscaper with a sickle?
Yeah.
Well then it's gonna be based on your rolls. Give me your professional roll. That's what you do. This is the first round, so we'll go in order. So you're gonna be last. I'm sorry, Belle. That's the order that we have going. Nico, you're first. Or we can roll initiative. Well, no, I don't want to roll initiative till there's actual action. So.
Right.
Nico, you're first.
I'll be pretty quick. I am going to use that beast bond,
Okay.
and I will bond my pet to me.
It's a full round action for both you and Puddles, and he digs it. He loves it.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Need to
getting
be better.
massage.
Piro, you notice that Abby gives you kind of a little stank eye as she sees that being used on a different animal than her. It's like you took her collar and put it on another animal.
When she does that, I put a mark on her and me.
It takes it off of Puddles and
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Nico. So you know that it says it under there. So
All
I was
right.
explaining to you. So you don't do that?
No, I don't do that then.
Okay.
I try to soothe them and let them know that we got some birds coming the way and they kind of like to eat you for a snack.
Crawls into your backpack.
Yeah.
Seems to understand immediately and into your backpack. Is that what you do on your turn, Piro?
Yes, that's what I do.
Okay, no movement?
No, I'm fine where I'm at.
Okay. Next up is Belle. What does Alori do?
Well, the player Belle first goes to her sheets because I forgot that what I have in there. Alright, so +5 for landscaping.
Give me that roll.
It's gonna be a total of 19.
At 19, I will give you a 5-foot square per 4 minutes.
5-foot square every 4 minutes.
So that's 15 squares in an hour.
Okay.
That's going to be 40 rounds it takes you to clear, even the first one. Because you guys are doing rounds right now. I mean, a 5 foot
Alright.
square is a lot of grass to clear with a sickle. You have a sickle, not a scythe, right?
Yes.
Sickle, yeah. It's the smaller hand one for threshing wheat versus the scythe, which is the huge one meant for cutting grass and wheat. But it definitely helps. It's better than having a sword. So actually, I'll say it's every 3 minutes you can cut a 5 foot square.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm gonna start doing.
Okay, you start working the square you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Nico, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna
Round 1.
move forward here. I'm gonna try to stealth. Like I said, puddles will probably just clump beside me, but I'll give it a try.
All right.
That is why I took the skill.
Right.
Yeah. See what my pluses on that. So 24. I sneak pretty good.
Yeah, you do. Puddles doesn't, though. Give me Puddles' stealth check. Oh, wait. He doesn't have that command, so he just kind of walks next to you. What's going on?
He has the skill, not the command.
Oh, he does have the skill?
I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. No, I lied. He doesn't yet.
Okay. So, yeah,
He's
he just
swimming
kind of
still.
trots along next to you.
Okay, so... Oops. Tried to highlight him and I dragged him. I will, though, stealth while he clumps along. And we're only going to move that far because I'm stealthing.
Okay. Piro, you doing anything in there after that?
No, I'm gonna sit here and watch the orc here clear out some grass.
Okay. So if you want to get involved after a race turn, let me know. If you want to stop clearing grass with Alori, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and let Nico do his sneak up with Bryce. So let me know if you guys want to jump in.
Well, I need to know rounds as well, so I know which grass I'm getting through.
Yeah, every round he does a set, I'll go ahead and give you rounds. So we had one round right there since you started clearing.
Okay.
This will be the second round. So round 2.
It'll just be 10 feet around, so there's another round.
Yep. Next will be round 3.
Same thing, another 10.
And then that's my first 5 square of grass.
No, that's 3 rounds, not 3 minutes.
Oh.
3 minutes is 30 rounds.
For
It's not
one
something that you really do
square?
in combat. Yeah. That's a lot of squares an hour, man. That's
Okay.
more than I can do with my lawnmower in real life.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do this then. That's gonna take way too long.
It's something to do before nighttime when you got an hour. Clear 15 squares real quick, you know. It's a good number. Give you a battle area around your camp, but
Alright, well, I'm
4.
going to keep this one more.
Give me a perception for puddles right now.
Okay. $13.
13. You see Puddles give a start and then take a defensive stance that you've seen him take before. That was your move and move, so that's all you got.
Yeah, that's all I got for that round.
Yeah, Alori stopped cutting grass, so Piro, you're still just watching her or what?
Yeah, I guess I'm just chilling while they go up there and sneak up, waiting for them to get back to tell us what's up.
Okay. All right, what's Alori going to do?
Move. 10. Double move. 15, 20. That is all.
Okay, next up will be Nico.
Alright, I'm gonna move, but I'm only gonna go 5 up
Look through the plant.
into this bush and kind of peek out.
Move up
See
into the bush, which is definitely rough terrain. You peek out. Give me a perception.
Oh, why are my rolls low and puddles high? I don't get this. 11.
It's still good enough. These things aren't even stealth. You see that there is the top of what looks to be a dire elk's body, megaloceros. You can see its horn rack and all that, and the upper shoulder. It's got to be what's dead over there. It's a big chunk of meat if it's an adult, and it seems to be one. But what's more disturbing is that on top of it, you see creepy mandibles of a camel spider poking over the shoulder blade and starting to eat the flesh. You see that also there's another one. Oh, no. There is another camel spider creeping up on the back end of this, but this one seems to have seen puddles and is starting to move off the back. That will be where initiative gets rolled on the next episode of Slicers and Dicer. It's going to be it for tonight, folks. Thanks for joining us.